What is good at my live now clones? Welcome back to the channel, man. It is I am my live now, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful start of your day. If you're about to eat breakfast, I hope you enjoy your nutrition. Or if you're the type of person like myself who fasts to get out the parasites and negative bacteria out of your system, I welcome you. If you're about to go throughout your day, or if you're about to go to work, or if you're on break right now and you're just trying to get some great information from your boy and my live now, I welcome you as well. Or if you're the type of person that can't go to sleep and it's like the middle of the night and you just can't go to sleep, so you decide to get some great information so you can get your brain working enough so you can feel tired, so you can hit the hay, right? When you see this, what day you see this, what month you see this, what year you see this, what era you see this, what eon you see this, all that I'm hoping for is that you are on your way to finding peace, which is enlightenment within your own mind capacity. And for those who do not believe in peace, all that I hope for is that you are on your way to elevating your position in life without hurting, throwing anybody under the bus, or killing anybody. You feel me? We don't accept none of that treason. You feel me? No good. So without further ado, today's video is gonna be more so the generalized data based using AI, so we can have a generalized collective idea, so we can use examples, objectives and subjectives. This is a note video for you guys that are new to this channel. When it comes to my videos, I try to make sure everybody is taking notes, so take out a pen or a pad or a notebook or a pencil and take down the notes that I spout out and say, so you guys can elevate and use these actual material to evolve yourself within this third dimension, right? So when it comes to this video, the topic of this video today is very personal. It's relatable. Everybody should understand this because you are or will go through this experience, and it's very important to be prepared, right? To be prepared. The more you're prepared, the more better it's gonna be for you guys, all right? And I've been trying to come on this a little more spiffy, you feel me? I've been trying to come more correct, you feel me? I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you first time watching me, but I'm from Florida, bruh. I'm a trailblazer, I'm a renaissance man, I'm a director, I'm a writer, I'm a musician, I'm an artist, you feel me? Those who don't know, my name is Fweatz. I am the creator of Am I Live Now, right? If you don't know what Am I Live Now is, Am I Live Now is a self-improvement, self-awareness, suicidal awareness art brand that basically exclaims the uniqueness and beauty of each other's differences and indifferences, and how there is perfection and imperfection. If you guys don't know, that's what I'm about, right? So I welcome for all the new viewers, and if you haven't already, subscribe to that. Let's do it together. Subscribe to the channel and click, all right? And if you didn't do that, by the end of this video, you're probably gonna want to do it because I'll be having some nice information, all right? So look, today's topic is gonna be about why you have to let them learn the hard way. Come on. I know we all been through it, bro. Trust me, I know. This is like one of the biggest things in life that I had to learn. It goes with anything. It goes with friends, teachers, family, relationships, boyfriend, girlfriends, best friends, homeboys. You know what I'm saying? It goes with everything and anything, right? So when this comes to your life or approaches you, or already happened to you, then you're gonna have understanding. And if it happened to you already, then you're in for some great information, so you can be prepared and be ready for when it's time to let them learn the hard way. Because hey, man, you can try your best, but if they don't want the best for themselves, bro, anything you do is gonna be null and void, and it's gonna be not important. All right. So look, a tough but valuable lesson, why you have to let them learn the hard way. Sometimes allowing others to learn from their own experiences and mistakes is essential for their growth and development, right? So the first objective of this basis of the basis, right? The first objective is reasons to let them learn, all right? First subjective, personal growth. Learning from mistakes can foster personal growth, self-awareness, and resilience. This is valid. Accountability, right? Stay with me. That is the second subjective. Allowing others to take responsibility for their actions can help them develop accountability and self-reliance. Is valid. Third subjective, life skills. Experiencing challenges and setbacks can help individuals develop essential life skills such as problem solving and decision making. Okay, so to break those subjectives down, we're going to start from bottom to top. So it states that life skills. Okay, so when it comes to life skills, essentially there's going to be a time and point where you can't just baby an individual and put the tricycles on every ride. You know what I mean? At one point, they're gonna have to be able to ride the bike with no tricycles, right? And if they fall, they fall. They learn from that. They get back up. They try again. That's the basis of that life lesson portion. Okay. So accountability, right? Accountability meaning that when it comes to you developing as an individual, you have to let them be having a sense of integrity, meaning that they have responsibility, they have determination, they have grit to be able to continue and basically take the situation or matters within their own hands, right? That's the basis of the accountability portion. Now, the third one, right? Because we're going from top to bottom. We're going from bottom to top. Is personal growth, right? Personal growth meaning that, like I said, there's going to be a point of time where you can't let the individual always have tricycles, right? They're going to have to be able to develop a sense of accountability for them to be able to evolve, to be able to ride the bicycle without tricycles. Okay, so that is a personal growth example. So to continue with this basis, we're going to move forward and go to the second objective, right? Meaning this benefits of this approach, right? So now look, the first subjective is increase self-awareness. All right, let's continue. Learning from mistakes can help individuals develop a deeper understanding of themselves and their capabilities. Okay, it's valid. Now peep this. Improve decision making. That is the second subjective, okay? It states experiencing the consequences of one's actions can inform future decision making and reduce reckless behavior. Okay, this is very valid. Pay attention, guys. We're going to go to our third subjective. All right, resilience and adaptability. Okay, this is very valid. Now, when it comes to this statement, it states learning to navigate challenges and setbacks can help individuals develop resilience and adaptability. All right, now this is very valid. I'm not gonna lie, this is like life lesson situations, scenarios, and variations. Okay, let's start to break the basis of these subjectives, we're going to start from top to bottom, right? We're switching it. So it states that increased self-awareness, right? So when it comes to increased self-awareness, you're going to be able to understand that if the individual has been using tricycles so many times, right now, it's going to be so reliant on the tricycle, so it's not going to be aware of its own capabilities, right? Meaning I said it's, right, like it's a dog, my apologies. They are going to be aware of their own capabilities. So now, because they're so reliant on tricycles, they're not aware of them being able to ride a regular bike, right? So you have to be able to let individuals develop a certain type of structure of awareness within their own capacity. All right. So the second one would be improved decision making, right? So like I said earlier, if you continue to baby an individual throughout their whole entire life, they're not going to be able to have certain discernment meaning judgment, and judgment usually deals with decision making. So check me out. Improved decision making. I'm going to use myself for example. My mom always told me to make sure I come home at a certain time, right? She used to try to implant a certain type of fear of nighttime, which of course, within your area of living, there is certain type of dangers and basically harmful situations and aspects and situations, scenarios, variations that may occur during the night, because you feel me, those are when evil spirits are out, where people are intoxicated most of the time, more so at night than the day, when people are just in a different type of energy and frequency. It's more so like low vibrational, let's say more so rigid energy. So a lot of things are bound to happen at night, right? But when you flip it, there's a lot of activities and scenarios of networking, of engaging in events that also do occur at night as well. So my perspective, more so where I'm from, I'm saying South Florida, Broward County, right next to Miami. So I'd be having certain events that I can go to network throughout the night. Sometimes I may come home late, sometimes I may come home early, right? So essentially, if I didn't have a certain type of, if I didn't have a certain type of improved decision making, I wouldn't be able to have a certain judgment call on when to go out, when to come in, and even when I come in, what time is the best time for me to come in, right? Because sometimes I might come home at 3 a.m. and I just got done networking and I just made a whole bunch of connections through the art community of Miami. Or sometimes I might just come home at 11:30 just because my energy and vibration is feeling like I got to get my ass to the crib. And I do that sometimes. But because I have improved decision making, it comes from a lot of experience. So that is the portion of that. So we're going to continue, and it's going to say the last third subjective will be resilience and adaptability, right? So to make an example of this, right, I'm going to say a statement, I'm going to give an example. So for example, if you're the type of person that is running track and you're noticing that your time is slowed down, so what do? Basically, you have to be able to adapt and be resilient. Being resilient meaning that you have to be able to recover, right? So now you're trying to catch up on the time that you're supposed to meet. You know what I'm saying? Say you're doing a dash in like 110, you're trying to get it at 60 seconds. You feel me? Okay, cool. So what do? Now you're going to be able to learn how to adapt within that particular time. Is it the cadence that you run in? Is it the level of timing that you place your feet from the ground to go back up, right? Is it how you use your torque when you're swinging your arms and hips? Is it because your knees are more lower than how it's supposed to be and it's supposed to be more higher to get that spring, right? So now you're going to have to go through different types of experimentation to be able to learn how to tweak the speed to be able to catch up to that time of 60 seconds, because you're behind essentially 10 seconds, right? Because 110, right? So like with 20, all right, so that's basically like, correct me if I'm wrong too, but yeah, that's like 20 seconds behind time, and you're trying to get at 60 seconds, right? So basically what you're doing is you're basically being adaptable, and you're learning from that, and you're being more resilient. Okay, simple as that, right? So we're going to forgo and give a little examples and understanding. So when to intervene, meaning when you have to jump in, right? Safety concerns. So I was talking about earlier. If someone's actions pose a risk to their safety or well-being, intervention may be necessary. Okay, that's valid. So that was the first, because there's only two subjectives right now for this last objective. Objective is when to intervene. The second subjective will be safety concerns. I just said that. So we're going to go to the second subjective, will be this: repeated patterns. Now this is, you gotta peep this. After that, I'm gonna give you guys some examples that we're gonna be done with the video. So repeated patterns. If someone is stuck in a pattern of destructive behavior, guidance and support may be needed to help them break that cycle, okay? And this is a more so understanding of generalized comprehension. So we're gonna go with from bottom to top to end this. I like the subjective for repeated patterns. So like I said, it's important for them to let them learn the hard way. But when it comes to this perspective, it's more so if you have not done all that you can. Once you've done all that you can, then you have to let them learn, you feel me, essentially the hard way, right? Essentially. But because you haven't done all that you can yet, then this is the portion of the objective, right? When to intervene. So that's the portion of what we're talking about. Because you have not yet done all that you can. So because you have yet done all that you can, this is where you intervene, right? So look, repeated patterns. I'm going to give you guys some statements, and I'm just going to give you an example, and then we're going to go to the other subjective. So if you notice that your friend is always late to work, you're like, dude, why are you always late to work, bro? You can get fired, you feel me? Like, you got to tighten up. And they're like, yeah, bro, I got it, bro. And then you realize the reason why they're always late to work is because they dead ass whole time, right? They play video games up to fucking 4 a.m. in the morning, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? So one day, you notice he's online, and you know he's been working for like 4 days, right? This is gonna be his fifth day at work, right? Let's say he's been working from Monday to Thursday, so that's 4 days, right? So now today it's gonna be Friday, and then you're like, bro, I just seen you online, bro, dead ass, go to sleep. And it's like, it's not even that late yet. It's like 12. Mind you, he goes to playing video games up until 4 a.m. It's 12 a.m. So it's like, right now, it's not too late for him. You feel me? This is an early night. And he's like, he joins the party. You join the party, basically, right? Because I'm giving an example. And then now, you tell the dude, go try to sleep. Like, you make fun of him and shit. Like, you tell everybody in the chat, like, yo, L man's in the chat, bro. Don't W this man in the chat, bro. Like, he always gonna late to work, bro. You better get fired or shit. So everybody start, like, jacking you. Not everybody telling everybody, like, yo, tighten up. Tell this nigga to go to sleep. So you feel me? Everybody done jacking you, know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, cool. He calls you next day. He gets off work like, yo, dude, thank you so much, bro, for like telling me to go to sleep early, bro. I got to work early. My manager was so surprised. My manager told me like if I didn't come to work today, I was gonna get fired and I was gonna lose my job. And if you didn't tell me to go to sleep earlier, bro, I wouldn't even be able to like be here right now and have a job and pay my bills. You feel me? That's just an example I just gave, right? Because you're noticing repeated patterns, right? And essentially you haven't done all that you could, but that's why you intervene. All right, so boom, that's that perspective of that basis. Now we're gonna go to the other perspective, which is safety concerns. All right, yeah, let's say, okay, me, I used to be a person that used to do Xans, right? I used to do a lot of drugs. Okay, so I'm gonna give myself an example because why not? I don't care. I don't care if you guys know about me. You guys are learning from me. Might as well know some shit, right? So I used to be a person that used to do Xanax, right? And it used to be times where I would not be aware of my surroundings and I would be unconscious. My subconscious will be clocked in and my consciousness will be on the back seat, just chilling, right? Meaning that I would be doing motions and activities and movements that I'm not aware of, okay? And that causes safety concerns for my well-being. So I decided I gotta tighten the fuck up and stop doing Xans. I used to do like 2 bars in a split. So bars would be 4. A whole would have 1, 2, 3, 4 splits. Okay, so you're able to break them into 4s. I used to take 2 bars and a half. Okay, I don't know why I was on that timing. It was, I don't know. I don't even ask me why. I don't know. I thought I could handle it. Bro, I used to wake up and it used to be like, say for example, I used to dead ass like take it at like 2:30 p.m. Bro, dead ass wake up at like 2 a.m. bruh. Like random place, don't even know where the fuck I'm at. Like just random as fuck. I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened in these last couple hours? What the fuck did I do? You feel me? I used to be tripping, bro. So I was like, you know what? I gotta stop doing Xans. I used to do them shits heavy, bro. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop doing Xans. And I stopped doing Xans because it was a safety concern for my well-being. And I was like, fuck, let me stop doing Xans. So I stopped doing Xans and I was like, fuck it. We're not doing Xans no more, right? We're not Xanarchy. We're not little Xanning. Okay. Yeah, that's just an example of that basis. So you guys get a perspective of it. Because it was a safety concern for my well-being. And I had to stop doing that shit. And I'm able to tell you guys this because I've worked on myself. And I am not afraid to tell my past on the internet. Because I'm always evolving. I'm always creating new things and becoming a newer version of myself. So that's just in the past, right? So I'm not really ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed or afraid to talk about that. Because I've worked on myself tremendously. So it's like, yeah, I used to be a druggie. Cool, whatever. Well, that's not cool, but it's whatever. You feel me? That's just the basis of this video. If you guys are still here, we're gonna end this video with a conclusion, like how we try to always do. So peep this. In conclusion, by allowing others to learn from their own experiences, you can help them develop essential life skills, resilience, and self-awareness. Okay, simple as that. To get a little personal, I'm gonna have like 1-2 seconds of your time before the video actually ends. Cause I always try to make sure I give a little personal statements after the generalized data from AI. So Pete, why you have to let them learn the hard way? Realest shit I ever learned in life. And I'm probably gonna make more videos similar to this because this is so relatable. And it's just good food for thought, good food for your brain anyways. So like Pete, you would try so much for an individual, right? You would try to tell them to steer them the right way, right? But it's because what they're doing, it hasn't messed up yet. So it's like, okay, whatever you're telling me to stop, I've been doing this, even though it's bad, nothing really bad ever happened, okay? That's their perspective. But you're understanding that because I've done that and I've been going through that, so I know where that leads. But because they haven't yet fell into the pothole, so they're thinking it doesn't really factor them because they've been in this route and the route hasn't failed, right? Route meaning emotional abuse with their girlfriend or substance abuse or just lack of self-esteem. And essentially different types of aspects of dilemma when it comes to your mental health. So you're trying to put them on like, yo, dude, it's like, you can do this way and you know what I mean? But this way is not going to really work how you think. But because like they're like, dude, this way doesn't work how I think. But dude, just because it didn't work out for you doesn't mean it's not going to work out for me. That's their perspective. You feel me? So you're like, okay, you just go like this. You wipe your hands with them, right? Because now you're like, okay, now you're just gonna have to learn. So now a year, 2 years go past, they come back to you. They're like, bro, I should have been listening to you, bro. Like, bro, I just got the fucking pen, bro. I was there for like, let's say, because 12 months is a year. Let's just say they were there for at least 15 months, right? Like, bro, I just got out, bro. I got caught driving and I was under influence and they booked me. I didn't have bail. Nobody could. I forgot everybody's number. I couldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? So because they didn't listen to you, they had to learn the hard way. Now they have experience, and now they have a certain type of understanding. So now they're gonna be able to adapt throughout their whole life, right? But that's just the basis of it. That's just a little example I can give you. Why people, you have to let them learn the hard way. For example, like you would try to make a horse drink the water, right? But because you only can show them what the water is, you can't actually make them drink the water. For example, it states that you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink, bro. The horse is the individual, right? And because you can't make them drink, you just gotta let them be. If they decide to drink the water, then they decide to drink the water. If not, then they learn the hard way and then they get better, right? And it sucks because I'm a type of person, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna knock on wood because it already happened to me. I learned the hard way a couple times. But it's not like it was like extreme. Like it was not extreme. But I did learn the hard way a couple times. Was it life threatening? Yes. I had some life threatening experiences, but I learned from that shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that shit again. You feel me? So it's like one of those understandings. Like, you know what? I'm not doing that shit again. And that shit worked out pretty good, bro. A lot of shit like that happened to me a couple times, bro. But I'm highly favored, highly protected. Cause you feel me? I'm really cut from that. You feel me? And we're all cut from that. You just gotta believe that you're cut from that type of cloth, right? That's what I mean by cut from that. Cut from a certain cloth, a certain type of. You feel me? So look, if this video resonated with you and you felt like you were tremendously understood, you tremendously understood this video, it tremendously connected with you, I touched your soul, I resonated with you, we were vibing together, you were liking my energies, and you're like, this guy's a educated black guy that seems to know what he's saying, you feel me? But I did that because that's your perspective about me, you feel me? And I just feel like this guy really knows something. He tried to be an advocate of mental health awareness and self-improvement. So I would like to subscribe to him because he's been helping me a lot from this 28 minutes of me learning and observing from him, because I hate saying watch, you feel me? I like to say learning and observing, because like watching makes it seem like you're wasting your time, which you're not. You feel me? You're just spending some time to gain more abundance, understanding, okay? More comprehension within philosophy, study of life, psychology, right? You're gaining so much from this 28 minutes of you learning and spending your time. So with that being said, because you enjoyed yourself so much, you learned so much, you wrote a lot of notes, and you decide to like, comment, share, subscribe, because you've learned so much throughout this whole time, you decide to like, comment, share, subscribe. It does go a long way. It is much obliged. It helps my channel go tremendously further throughout the algorithm, and my message gets pushed out there with a different type of algorithmic structure, because you decided to like, comment, share, subscribe, right? That I'm much obliged for that. So with that being said, I hope you guys learn from this video. I hope you guys apply this knowledge to be able to have more wisdom within your arsenal and be the best version of yourself you could be, goddammit. I'm from Florida. So look at this. Is Am I live now? The only one. No other one. And I'm out.